Welcome to the Actor's Choice, where the actors and actresses have a chance to talk about themselves and their careers. Join us now for the next hour as we explore the marvelous industry of acting by actors and actresses from today's exciting show business world. And now, direct from Hollywood, here's your host, Ron Brewington.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ron Brewington, and welcome to the Actor's Choice. Roll it, Tony.
Hey, Jelly, you dropped something? Oh. No, I didn't drop nothing else, Jen.
This is for you. I'm sorry I got a little hungry on the way. Since I work for Baskin Robbins, I get these for free. I was wondering, would you like to go to the Baskin Robbins convention with me?
No.
Why not?
Ladies and gentlemen, my first guest today has had an indelible impact on television, theater, film. She's also well-known in jazz clubs, okay? The list of well-known actors and actresses has had her working. Example, on Helen and the Jamie Foxx Show, Mary Lou Wentz on Disney's Good Luck Charlie, and many, many others. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ellia English. Greetings, Ellie. How you doing? And welcome to the Actor's Choice.
I'm wonderful. Hi, Ron. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I had to take my hat off when I read your bio. The lady smothered you, just out of sight.
Oh,
a lot of work. Okay.
Thank you.
So tell us, where were you born?
I was born in a little small town outside of Atlanta called Covington, Georgia.
Oh.
And when I went away, Ron, when I moved away to go start a career in theater, it came to Georgia, and The Dukes of Hazzard was filmed here. And John Snyder, who played in The Dukes of Hazzard, he and I had just finished a play before I left to move to New York. Can you believe that?
I can believe it, yes. New York is nice. It's the city so twice. They named it twice. The city so pretty. They call it New York City. It's my home. I was born and raised in home. Indeed. So now you got in the system. In 1982, you had a play called Fame, a movie called Fame.
Oh, wow. Look at you. You're going way back.
Oh, yes.
Actually, I did the pilot. I played the character of Sheila in the pilot when they were getting ready to do it for television in Fame. Yes, I can say I'm a Fame alumni.
Lady, let's get right to it. What made you get into this business?
Like I
always
said,
ask this question.
Okay, listening. All right, so let me think. Let me roll it back. So it was, I started actually, Ron, in college. That's when I ended up doing a theatrical production when I was in college. And that was like the most exhilarating experience. She had given me like these two solo songs to sing. That was called Front Row and Center, Broadway's Best. And I sang the song No Bad News from The Wiz, and I sang Walk Him Up from a show called Pearly. So from there, I ended up auditioning for a musical production in Atlanta at the, the Omni International. It was a theater club called the Manhattan Theater Players. And I got that show. And then I landed the second show, which was called Blackbirds of 1978. I was still in school. And after that, I thought, you know what? Let me see if this is something I want to do, because it really felt comfortable for me, even though it was nerve-wracking, but it felt fun once you were doing it. And that's kind of how I got started. Then I got on that plane and I went out to New York, greener than green. I mean, I'm talking about gullible and young, but I made my way to New York and I landed the show Ain't Misbehavin' on Broadway.
Ladies and gentlemen, didn't I tell you she had a resume up the end? She had a beautiful one. Ellia, thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Ron.
Beginning recurring role, you had Ernie Ray and Curb Your Enthusiasm, 2007.
Yes, as a matter of fact, we're in season 12 now. Can you believe it? And he's saying this is the last time. So he brought me back. Before I ended up in 2018, I had to drop everything, Ron, and I had to come home and take care of my mom. I had to make sure that she was okay. And so my mom transitioned around 2020, and I needed to find myself again. And so when I came out, I'm an honorary member with Sigma Gamma Rho. Yep, shout out to the girls. And we had our 100th Boule, our 100th anniversary. We celebrated that in 2022. Thank you. And that's when I decided, okay, I'm going to go back out. I went and I did a few workshops with them and enjoyed the sorority and just had a good time. And they were looking for me in Curve. And then when I got back home, I got the call that they wanted me to come in and join season 12. And so Auntie Ray is back in season 12 of Curve, and it's going to premiere on February 4th. So be ready. It's going to stream on HBO Max.
Wow. And as far as your mother's concerned, may she rest in peace. May she.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate.
Tell people that when it comes to your mother, you only get one mother. You might have 1,000 fathers, but you only get one mother.
Amen. So true.
I lost mine 20 years ago, and every day I look up, there's a picture of her on the wall. Hey, Ma, how you doing?
That's me. Amen. And my sincere love to you too, because I know what that's like.
I better be careful now. I better be careful.
Right?
Let me put that away. Doggone it. Now, the role started in the role that you did, the 2007 as a member of Black Family. Can you tell us about that? Members of the family?
In 2000, repeat that. I'm sorry.
Curb on your enthusiasm.
Oh, yes, in 2007, Curb. So what happened was Larry David's character and his wife, they decided they wanted to house it's saying my internet connection is getting unstable. So if I drop, you'll know what's happening. But they wanted to bring in a Black family into their home to help. It was kind of like right on the heels of the Katrina in New Orleans, which had happened, so in Louisiana. And so they ended up bringing in the Black family, which was my niece was Loretta, who was played by Vivica Fox. And then she had two kids. The young boy was Daryl, played by Nick Nervese, and Keisha was her daughter, played by Carla Jeffries. Yes. And so Leon, who was my nephew, played by J.B. Smooth. Here's the wonderful story about his character. Now, myself, Auntie Ray, and Loretta, and the kids, we were brought in from the southern town to California. But Leon was already living in California. And when he heard that his family was living with Larry David, well, he moved in with his family, and that's when all the havoc began.
That's what I like about what y'all do, traveling back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Right now, you're in what city right now?
Right now, I'm in Georgia. I'm in Atlanta. ATL. Yay, yay. Woo, woo.
Just wanted to get that out of Atlanta, Georgia. How's Tyler Perry doing these days?
You know, I haven't had a chance to connect, but I will definitely find out. So I have to get back to you on that.
Tell him Brewington sent you. Okay.
You got it. Will do, Ron. I will say it.
Oh, my goodness. What's it like working with JB Smooth?
Oh my goodness. He's so sweet. He is so kind, and he is so funny, Ron. I'm telling you. Now, you know that Curb is non-scripted, right? So yes. Everything that we do is improvised. And yes. So the hardest thing for me when I'm working with JB and working with Larry is to make sure I do not lose composure, that I do not laugh, that I stay in that scene, that I keep listening, and that I'm ready to jump in when it's my turn. But it is so much fun. It's scary, but it is fun. And it's not easy, but it is fun.
Tell us again when it's going to come out again.
On February 4th. That's when we're going to premiere. Woo-hoo! Yes.
Congratulations. Good.
Thank you.
As they say, break a leg, break a leg.
Hey, yeah, that's what we say. Yep.
The year was 2021. There was a movie that you did called Blood Pageant.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Remember that?
I remember that one. As a matter of fact, Ron, I did that one right before I came home to take care of my mom. Yes. I'll never forget. I got the call and she was like, I wrote this character for you and I really would love for you to do it. And I said to her, I'm moving away because I have to go home and take care of my mom. If you can do it within this little window of time, I'll definitely come. And so she was able to do it with me in that time. Now, Snoop Dogg was also a part of that cast, but he and I didn't get it up. Yes, Snoop Dogg was part of Blood Pageant, but he and I didn't have scenes together, but Snoop and I had met before and worked together before on another project. So I was excited that he was a part of that project.
Ellia, you've had in your role, in your history career, many, many roles. Let's see, we talked about some of them. What was some of your favorite characters that you've done?
That's a great question, and I love it when everyone when I'm asked that question, Ron, because it's like I think about a mom. When a mom says, that's like asking me, child, every last one of them at the time that you're playing them is the favorite right then and there, because that's what you're focused on. You're focused on what they bring to you and what you can bring to that character. So all of them, I know it sounds cliche, but really every last one of them, when I'm done, are my favorite. But when I'm in the moment of playing that particular character, I have to stay with it. So it's my favorite at that time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, oh, yeah, makes sense. Particularly, I was going to ask you, a lot of people who are new to the business, what advice would you give them?
Wow, that's interesting. Well, if you're new to the business and you haven't started working on your acting chops, I do recommend taking class. And I recommend if you can do theater and do off Broadway or do regional theater, do community theater to get yourself accustomed to learning lines, learning how to do choreography. Because when I moved to New York, Ron, we had to be what was called at the time a triple threat. Now it's a quadruple threat, but we had to be able to sing, we had to be able to dance, and we had to be able to act. And I started out in musical theater, but I recommend that you definitely study, and go audition. That was the first thing I did. I loved auditioning because it was frightening, and I wanted to get it over with. I wanted to just do it enough to where the butterflies wouldn't make me want to throw up every time I went in to try to do the audition. That it never goes away completely, but you're able to start to control them when you do it more often, and just really love what you do. If you really love this, love what you do and stick to it, and you can make it happen. That's what I would say.
Because a bone that I have to pick with a lot of actors and actresses, they'll come on here, they'll do film, they'll do television, but they won't get up on that stage.
See, you see, because the hardest thing is theater because it's live. It's live. And if you're playing in a big theater, you've got to make sure that you reach the last person in the balcony. You've got to be able to play that far. You've got to be able to play big enough that like when I was doing a show called the Ain't Misbehaving Show, there was a time when I was just on the back of a piano and I had to bat my lashes and I had to make sure that the last person in the balcony saw those lashes fluttering. You know what I mean? So yeah, theater is a great training ground.
We got just a few more minutes left, but one thing before you get out of here. My Sisters and Me.
Yes, My Sisters and Me. Now, let me tell you, My Sisters and Me is a half-hour comedy about 3 generations of ageless, vivacious Black sisters who must live under the same roof without killing each other. And I play me in My Sisters and Me. So I'm the baby sister, and I'm having to deal with the fact that my sisters have moved back into the house that we do own together, but they had moved away. They were my older sisters, gone on with their lives. And I thought was able to be free, but now they're back with their bossiness. And now I've got to be able to learn how to hold my own between the 2 of my sisters. And so we premiered already. Maddie Carruthers, who is our director, our producer, she created it. She's extraordinary, and I adore her. We met on the Jamie Foxx show. So it premiered on this past Thursday, January 18th, and it's going to premiere. It's going to play the 2nd episode of the webisode. Is going to happen this coming Thursday. So we're going to do 13 webisode episodes every Thursday for 13 episodes. So don't miss it. It is so much fun, and I enjoyed playing that character.
For those that missed it, we just happen to have episode 1 of Nina Simone, The Sisters and Me. Roll it, Tony.
We are not alone, 'cause I got my sisters and me. When the world is got me down and it's all too much with no friends around, I don't let it stress me out, 'cause I just call my sisters. They've been with me since I
go. Outstanding.
Yay.
One more thing I gotta say to you before we ask you to leave, ma'am. You got a new photo film coming out called The Gospel Truth. It's pre-production. You're in it.
Wow, yeah, we've been working on that one for a while. And
Yes, ma'am.
because I had to take time off to come take care of my mom.
Yes.
We still have to like get back into the throes of seeing how we're going to go with that one. So I'm still waiting to hear back and see what direction we're going to go in and what we're going to do with that. But yes, so I'm looking forward to that production as well.
I understand this is going to be the first gospel music film in Hollywood history.
Can you believe that? I know, right?
Wow. Let's see, Kim
Yeah,
Yarbrough.
the gentleman who created that project, he and I worked on a show called When a Woman is Fed Up. And I that's and I was playing the mother of the young woman, and it was funny because my character, she was a church-going woman, as it were, which I think probably what gave him the idea. But she was one of those ones that, her prayer meetings, before they could get into what they were doing, they had to definitely talk about the community. We didn't call it gossip, we just called it talk about the community.
Same.
Right?
Yes, indeed. There's some good people. Malik Barnhart, Kim Yarbrough, Cece Peniston, Ernest Thomas is back.
I know, right?
Oh,
Can you
Theus
believe
Welsh.
it? Yes.
Wow.
I'm looking forward to it. Yes.
Well,
Thanks
Ellia, I
so
want to
much.
thank you very much for joining us here today at the Actors Choice. We most sincerely wish to see a new program will make it all the way to the top. And please come back again. And thank your publicist, if you will, Edna Sims, for having you here today. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. And I so look forward to our next time together. Be blessed.
You got it. Ladies and gentlemen, Ellia English. This is the Actors Choice. I'm your host, Ron Brewington. Roller Tony. We would like to let you know that we're asking our squad to help us get former baseball player Curt Flood into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Now, Curt passed away January 20th, 1997. He was the husband of one of our wonderful guest renowned actress, Judy Pace. All you got to do is give us a call at our office, 213-349-3941. That's 213-349-3941. Ladies and gentlemen, we sincerely thank each and every one of you for being a part of this magnificent award for a great baseball player. Okay? Okay. Roll it, Tony. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank the incredible number of people requests that we have receiving from flyers, postcards, business cards, and other collateral. To streamline the process, we kindly request that you visit our request page and submit your requests, including those for on-site appears. Our link is www.theactorschoicela.org. That kind of thing, takes it right. Request. That's www.theactorschoicela.org. Sign like that, request. Okay? Thank you for everything you do for us, and we thank you here at the Actors Choice. Roll it, Tony.
Has anybody talked to Marcus? He's gonna be late for his own party.
I think I finally turned the corner. Dad got me this great new job driving buses for the city.
She's really nice.
You feeling good about yourself, huh?
You ain't happy for me?
It's like you and I traded places. Look out for each other.
We do what we can.
Do everything you can.
Did you hear about this?
A man found 2 people murdered and their son brutally beaten.
Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest today is a fantastic lady who I've known for a long time. I'm watching her right now. Her bio says, quote, she interrupts your favorite television shows frequently, and she is seen in over a dozen national TV commercials from Verizon to Capital One. Ladies and gentlemen, this lady dishes the dirt, a recurring host on the logo channels, The Gossip Queens. And she also has set up a Los Angeles stage on fire in Don B. Welsh's I, Della Soul Shack. Okay? The Bachelorette Party, and August Wilson's The Piano Lesson. Lady gets around, okay? I could go on and on and on, but they only give me so much time. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, actress, director, writer, Tammi Mack. When are you coming back? My goodness. Good to see you, Tammi. You're looking good, girl. Looking good. My goodness, you're looking good. What you just, ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw is one of the videos that she's got involved in. That was The Devil You Know. The Devil You Know. To take you back a little bit. Tammi, did that take you back a little bit? Okay. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Nothing. 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 Don't hear anything. Push a button. Push a button. One. Nope, nothing. I see your face moving, but I don't hear nothing. Okay. Tony, give me that number. Give me that number and I'll give it to her. Not a word. Don't hear a thing. Nothing. Nothing. We had a prepared stuff. Okay. Tammy, there's another person you can go to. You can go to this number. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Shake your head if you can hear me. Do you hear me? Okay. Go to 323-524-2599. That's 323-524-2599. And we'll hold right there and just use your telephone. Okay? If you call that number, 323-524-2599. Get you on your phone. If you can get that on your phone. No, I don't hear you. I don't hear you. I see you looking good, but I don't hear you. Can you call on your phone? Can you get your phone? Can you get your phone? Can you get your phone? Okay. Can you dial 323-524-2599 on just a regular telephone, and that'll get you right into us, right, Tony? Yes, yes, yes. 323-524-2599. You'll be talking to somebody. Okay. Tony, you got that one? Our audio isn't connected. Okay. Did you call 323-524-2599? Tony, can you hear her?
Studio web interface.
Okay.
I'm using all of my. Hi, Ron.
Okay, we got you now. All right. All right. Now that's what I'm talking about.
So should I just leave my phone? How about that?
Right. That's fine. We can hear you. We can hear you live.
Okay.
We call it technology.
All righty.
Born in Houston,
I had
Missouri.
Everything, I've got a whole microphone here.
Oh yeah, she's used to this kind of stuff, ladies and gentlemen. This lady is a DJ. She's this. She's that. Oh my God! For those of you that don't know Tammi Mack, when you leave here today, you will know who Tammi Mack is, no question. Where was you born, lady?
Houston, Texas.
Texas? Okay.
Houston, Texas. Houston,
all right now. Houston, Texas. All right. And what's it like being raised in Houston, Texas?
I've always had fun in Houston, Texas. My dad was a fun dad. My mom, I don't need. That's a loaded question. The rodeo, working at Astroworld, going to Jockey High School where I got all of my acting and radio skills training. Houston is a lovely city.
As I look at your bio, you a radio career started for you when you were a high school student, Texas Southern University.
Yes, I was 15 years old.
Wow, the bug bit you early, didn't it?
Well, my dad knew a program director at KTSU, which is Texas Southern University's radio station. It's a jazz station, but on Saturdays they played a show called Kids Jam, where they let the kids come in and learn radio. And so Pam Collins hired me there every Saturday morning. My mom would get up and drive me to the radio station at 8 a.m. and I would stay until noon. And eventually hip hop happened and hip hop became popular and the kids were playing hip hop on the station. We started getting ratings. And so they extended it from 8 a.m. to like 4 p.m. in the afternoons. It was a great time.
See, I told you she had it. Got it. So you have radio experience, and then you started to get into acting. Tell us about that, please.
Well, I was doing them both at the same time, simultaneously, always. I've never had one over the other. So people always ask me, like, which do you like better, radio or acting?
Yeah, right.
And I like to say that radio is my husband and acting is my side piece. Because
say that again, please.
Radio is my husband, but acting is my side piece. That's my piece on the side.
Yes, ma'am.
And mainly not by choice, not by choice. It's because radio has been consistent and has always loved on me and been there for me and provided for me. And acting, it comes and it goes. You get a part, then you don't get a part for 10 months, then you get a part, then it's like you're waiting by the phone for your for your side piece to call. You just wait, like, it's gonna call. Is he gonna call? He called today, and then you don't hear from him anymore.
See, I told you. Okay. So now you got this radio experience acting, and you got to start here at a radio station, KJLH, Kindness, Joy, Love, and Happiness. You and a guy named Amici. You guys had a mid-afternoon
Well,
show?
I don't know. That's a very old bio that you read. It's super old. I'm not even sure where you got that one from.
Yes.
But
I know.
yeah. So
Yes.
I am on the radio solo. I've
Yes.
been on the radio. I've been doing afternoons at KJLH solo for the last 5 years now.
Yes.
And it's been a wonderful ride. I think it's fantastic because, afternoons, I had a partner, and then when I didn't have a partner, it was kind of up in the air as to whether they were going to give me another partner or not. Right. And I'm thankful that Stevie Wonder saw enough in me, Stevie Wonder, who owns KJLH,
yes, he does.
saw enough in me to say, you know what, you can handle it. Go ahead, roll by yourself. And he's kind enough to sometimes come by at least twice a week to co-host with me. So it's been a blast doing afternoons in Los Angeles.
Stephen Morris. That's the name, Stephen Morris. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody who ever worked at KJLH, I worked there for 11 years. I had a great time. Great time. Carl Nelson. Mike Mann was the engineer. That's my man.
Yeah, Mike Mann's there. Mike Mann's still there.
Yes. My goodness. Question. In the acting world, this is a bone that I like to pick. A lot of actors and actresses, they'll do television, they'll do film. They ain't gonna do no stage. They don't want to get up on that stage. What's wrong with them?
I don't know. Well, if they have like a series regular, or they're or they're a movie star,
yes,
it takes up a lot of time, and so it's very difficult to do them both, because theater takes up a lot of time because you have rehearsals. And if movies take a lot of time because they just 12-hour day shoots. So there's no time for you to do theater unless you're on, a sabbatical or something like that, or you got your off time, your hiatus. And the same with TV. It takes a long time to shoot those shows. And by the time you're done with a season, you're probably too tired to hop back on that stage. But many people do. Denzel Washington does it. Viola Davis does theater. Billy Porter does theater. A lot of actors do theater. As far as the younger people, if you're referring to, I think personally that there are two types of actors. There are actors who really enjoy the craft of it, and then there are actors who enjoy the fame and the money. And sometimes if you're lucky enough, you get them both. You get really good projects that pay well, and then you become famous. But a lot of times you get projects that maybe are not so well, but you get the money and you get the fame. And those are, I think, people who don't necessarily require a lot of training, a lot of theater, because they don't want to do all that act.
Right.
They just want to act and be famous and make the money. And I get it. For me, I'm a craftsman and I'm an artist. So I love the whole process. I love rehearsals. I just love the whole process, finding the characters and being in a good project that allows you to challenge yourself. So I definitely think there are actors who just kind of, hey, I want to do this thing and I want to make some money and become famous. And then you have those that are like, no, I want to do some solid pieces that maybe not many people see, but I get to hone my chops.
Got you. The year is 2002. That's when you got your first organization. It was called The Job. That was the first one as we went back in time. And then a little bit later, you had another one in 2000.
I don't even remember that. I think I did that in Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
I think it was. I think I did that.
Yeah.
I don't remember it at all.
Do you remember A Single Rose?
Now, I will say that I did A Single Rose. I did what they call looping. And that's when you go into an audio studio and you pretend to be the background of whatever is happening in the actual scene. So they're showing you the scene, and then you're on a microphone kind of filling the background. The young woman that directed that project, A Single Rose, is now a huge director in Hollywood. Her name is Hannah-Lee Culpepper. I encourage you all to Google her. She's a sister. And when I tell you she is now directing Star Trek and shows that are absolutely amazing. So it was fun to work with her and to get to know her as well. She actually gave me my first IMDb with that Single Rose. Although you don't see me in the film, you definitely hear me. Got you.
There was the next photo that we have for you, Tammi Mack's Bag Lady. It was 2014. Look, yes, remember that one? For sure. That was your
That's my baby right there. That's my baby.
Yes, ma'am.
That's my baby. That's my one-woman show that I produced, directed, and wrote. And it won 3 NAACP awards, one NAACP award for writing, which blew me away, and one for producing and one for acting. So I spent a lot of time on that project, and I'm just so in love with it. My goal is to be able to do it at the University of Southern California at USC at some point before my knees go bad and I can't do it, because it's a very, very difficult play to do.
Guess what? We just happen to have a clip. Roll it, Tony.
Robbie and I were at the biggest hip-hop concert in Houston, the Fresh Fest. It was nice and smooth, the DOC, and then they had Slick Rick, Dana Dane, Eric B, and Rakim, and NWA was headlining. I got front row tickets from a radio station I worked at, and me and my girl Robbie, we was front.
All right, that was you, lady. That was you. The other thing that we had next was called Baby Girl. This is a new one that you've done. It hasn't been completed yet.
No, it's done. It's completed.
Say again.
Oh, I think you can hear me on the computer now.
Yes.
Can you hear me on the computer, not the phone?
Okay, how's that?
Yeah, there we go. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, loud and clear, loud and clear.
There it is.
Baby Girl.
Baby Girl is it's a short film that won a ton of awards. I like so many awards, and that's a Don B. Welch production. Don B. Welch is a very popular writer and producer here in Los Angeles, usually known for his theatrical productions, and so I've been in several of his theatrical productions.
There he is.
But now he has moved on to films and TV. And so Don is now directing a television show called Hush, and that was his short film called Baby Girl that I starred in. So I'm thankful to him for always putting me in his projects. As he excels, I excel too.
Wow. He is a busy guy, Don B.
He really is.
Oh yeah, he is quite a guy. Anybody, like you said, here in Los Angeles, he went to the Wilshire Ebell Theater. Everybody knows him. And now he's going to video. He is a great guy. Great.
Yeah. And he brings his actors along with him. So I think there are a lot of actors who are very grateful to him for that.
Yes.
Including me.
What advice would you give to persons trying to get into Hollywood? What would you tell them?
When you say get into Hollywood, what do you mean?
Well, you know what I mean.
There's several Hollywoods out here now. Don't get it twisted.
I tell you, she's
if you want to be an actor specifically.
Yes.
Okay. Here it is.
I
was at a seminar where Steven Spielberg was speaking, and Steven Spielberg said, if you want to be a director, direct. If you want to be an actor, act. And so that's what I think you should do. I think if you want to be in Hollywood, I literally don't, Ron, I don't think is, and by the way, congratulations on 386 episodes. That's a lot. I really don't think there's a Hollywood anymore, because you can, the business has moved to places that provide tax breaks that allow for the industry to produce projects less expensive than Hollywood would, right? So I think if you really want to be an actor, you need to start acting somewhere, somehow, with social media, that's a platform that you can create on your own as well, and allow people to come and see you and find you. I don't think you should go to Hollywood anymore. Like, there's no such thing as Hollywood anymore. It's everywhere now. They're filming in Canada, they're filming in Louisiana, they're filming in Texas, they're filming in Georgia, they're filming in, I mean, literally, they are filming everywhere. And so the whole I'm going to Hollywood to become a big star is not necessarily the trick anymore. That's played out. I say stay where you are, act, and you will never know how that can happen. Now, I'm not saying if you want to move to Los Angeles, don't. I mean, if you want to move to LA, move to LA, get your grind on. But it's expensive as hell out here. I would not encourage anybody to move to this city. Gas is $5, y'all. It's horrible. It is very expensive. I just paid $13 for eggs. This is not the place to be if you unless you're trying to struggle.
Yeah. Got to get out of here. But I understand you have a new poetry book?
Yes. Oh, yes. Let me. Oh, yes. Oh, sorry. Be all in your face.
That's okay.
Yes, I do.
Yes. Yay.
Thank you for that. It was right here. It's Black Women Are Too Loud, Yet Not Loud Enough. So this is my debut as an author. And it's a book of poems about things that Black women really want to say, but perhaps we don't say it because, we don't want y'all calling us angry Black women.
Oh my God, Tammi.
You can get it on Amazon right now, Amazon.com.
Wow. Tammi, when are you going to come back again? Thank you so much for being here to see you again.
Oh, and I would like to say I'm going to be on 911, which is the new show with Angela Bassett, 911 on Fox in March on the season premiere.
Okay. And Roland Diamond told me to say hi to you. Roland Diamond.
Hey, Roland.
He had a birthday. He's 80 plus now.
I know. I heard his show with all his kids on the show. Yes.
And for you, lady, we say bless you. God bless you in what you're doing.
Thank you, Ron, for thinking of me.
My pleasure. It's the Actor's Choice. I'm your host, Ron Brewington. Roll it, Tony. Ladies and gentlemen, do you want to get into broadcasting? If you do, take a moment. It's a very important question. Have you ever thought about it? About the money is good, you meet a lot of people, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You see a guy he's laughing at right now. I can see him there right now. A different place is just a start. So over at Santa Monica College, I've been teaching over there for about 20 years. And we can offer you skills of broadcasting, announcing, and production. I'd like to say, ladies and gentlemen, give me a call, 323-533-1036. Give me a call. That's 323-533-1036. Roll it, Tony.
I identify myself as someone who is a protector, someone who will not back down from a challenge. I love a challenge. Okay. And someone who, most importantly, loves to get the job done.
Okay. And I think that's
for the longest time. Whoa, for the
Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest today is a personal friend of mine who I invited to our program to talk about what's it like being in broadcasting. And the guest was one of my former students at Santa Monica College and now has a degree in broadcast programming and production. So please welcome sound designer and disc jockey, August McAdoo.
How you doing, Mr.
Welcome, my brother.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for having me.
Wouldn't have it any other way. By the way, sir, tell us where were you born?
I was born and raised here in Los Angeles, California.
Los Angeles, in Culver City?
Culver City, to be exact.
Yes, buddy. Wow. Okay. Questions, got a lot of them.
Yes, sir.
Can you, tell us about your educational journey. What was that like? What did you have to go through to get those degrees?
Okay, well, I can say that my educational journey started about 20 years ago, 2004.
Mm-hmm.
Right out of high school, I got started at Santa Monica College. And that summer is when I met you.
Mm-hmm.
I think you remember it, Broadcasting 3A.
Oh yes.
that was where it all got started.
Oh,
when you sat us all down.
Yep.
you had said you are not in high school anymore,
right?
It was like a shot to the chest. I said, okay, it's
right,
real. It's real.
right.
So,
And there was one more thing that I always tell you guys in that class.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
How bad do you want to get into broadcasting? That's it. That is it.
How bad do you want to get into broadcasting?
Yes. I will never forget. I will never forget that.
Tell me how you like that one.
Now that's it, because how bad you want to get into it. I wanted to get into it, and I've gotten my start now.
Yes.
You know,
you're sound designer, right?
Yes. Sound engineer.
What does that mean?
That means I am responsible for programming music, programming drums, playing piano for another part of Arts Up LA called Rex and Friends. I'm also responsible for, letting people know what is going on with the theater, telling people to monitor your emergency exits, keep your cell phones off, because photography and video recording of any kind may be prohibited.
Wow.
But
you got a good blessing. God gave you a good voice.
Yes, he did,
and you use it well.
And I can't thank him enough for it. I mean,
having him as a guest on our show is just a lot of fun.
Yes,
we did Media 13 had fun.
Yeah, Media 13. That was it. That class. If it wasn't for that class, I wouldn't know what I know.
Can I say one thing?
Yes.
323-533-1036. 323-533-1036. If you're out there and you want to get into broadcasting, give me a call.
Give him a call, because he is the best at what he does.
Thank you. But you guys, you guys and girls, y'all do it to me. To me, it's fun for me. But to work with y'all, because remember I used to say to you guys, I got a master's degree, I got this. But can I learn anything from you? Remember I used to say that to you?
Yes. And truth be told, if it wasn't for you, I would, like I said, I wouldn't know what I know, and I wouldn't know how to navigate the space like I do now.
God bless you. As I look at your background here, Minister of Music Friendship Baptist Church, May 2005 to March 2023, 17 years, 11 months.
Yes.
Director of Music Friendship Church by the Sea, April 2023 to August 2023, 5 months. Been a disc jockey since January 2018, ladies and gentlemen, to December 2023. 6 years.
Yes, 6 years.
Jeez.
And out of
design.
Yes.
June 2014 to the present. Wow.
Yes.
When you walked across that stage with that degree in your hand, how'd you feel about it?
Well, I can say that as it is now, I have to wait until June to cross the stage.
Okay.
It has been conferred on my official transcript that I have earned my associate in science degree in broadcast programming and production. Yes. Now, I can come back to you in 6 months and answer that question.
Okay.
But upon completing my last final exam, I will never forget it. I put my head down and I said, "Thank you, Lord. I have done it. I have done it." And being a part of a legacy at Santa Monica College.
Yes.
You got the best education in the world there. I mean, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be where I'm at. I give 100% of my training, I give 100% of everything that I have learned to you primarily. Everybody else, all my other professors, they fall right in line.
Thank you. Now, man, maybe get the thing out there. Cut that out. Cut that out.
You got the tissue. Oh man.
Oh, it's fun. It was fun in what we did. But here's the thing that I'm asking you. Okay, you're gonna get your piece of paper. We call it piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
What's next for you? USC, UCLA. What you gonna do?
I am going to get signed up with Audiobook Creator Exchange, because I have a strong interest in reading.
Okay.
And not only reading, but allowing people who cannot see, or maybe partially sighted, or for those that just enjoy listening to audiobooks, period, to hear my voice.
Okay.
And I'm also going to continue my nonprofit work with Arts Up LA and Rex and the
Explain.
Rex
Oh, that sounds good.
Well, Arts Up LA, we are a nonprofit based out of Los Angeles, as the name states. We have programs for the blind, Theater by the Blind. We have Rex and Friends, which is led by a blind and autistic young man named Rex Lewis Clack, who is a musical genius. We also have a nonprofit portion of Arts Up LA dedicated to theater for military veterans who have been discharged. We also have a segment of Arts Up LA dedicated to serving our at-risk youth and getting them exposed to theater and music, basically the arts. And that is, to the best of my knowledge, that is what we do best.
Okay.
And if I may, we also have a play coming up. It is Rex and Friends has a show coming up. It has been moved back to April.
Okay.
It is called Broadway Bound. And if you are in search of tickets or want more information, please go to www.artsupla.org for more information.
Can you repeat that again, please, sir?
www.artsupla.org for more information.
Hey.
I had to do it in the voice, so people can know.
Wow, with a name like McAdoo, that man hey, you did a great job, brother. Thank you. And when you say for veterans, as you know, I spent 21 years United States Navy.
Yes,
that kind of thing.
Right.
But it's good to know that there are people out there who want to help you, in fact, in your role as a second engineer, what are some of the challenges that you faced and how did you overcome them?
Some of the challenges that I faced, well, beginning, we have one of the best soundboards made by one of the best companies in the world, Allen and Heath. Getting to know the Allen and Heath board initially was a challenge because it's not just a fader where you fade the volume up and fade the volume down, but there are multiple intricacies, be it a high pass filter, low pass filter, noise gate, compression. You have an additional preamp gain. You also have the challenge of I want to say eliminating ground noise. And eliminating ground noise was one of the biggest challenges because of the way that the booth is built. We had to figure out a way to minimize excess ground noise by putting in, I think we had put in an additional circuit.
Filters?
Yeah, it was a filter, yes.
Okay.
Now that I got it. Which basically it sends the signal down from being too high.
Okay.
So it minimizes noise. And having to set everything up because on the back of it you've got, I think there's like 19 or 20 different inputs. And my God, having to set those up and wire them from the wall to the soundboard, that was a challenge, but I overcame it. And then there's this. There's the fact that things may go wrong during a performance where I may slip up. I might push a button that I didn't intend to press. And I did it once. I freaked out. But the second time I did it, third time I did it, okay, I was just like, okay, I got it now. I know what I'm doing. And like I said, if it hadn't been for you, I wouldn't know what I know now.
It's that man upstairs. That's the man we talk to. Amen.
Yes.
That's the man.
Yes.
You're the man.
You are so right.
Got one more question for you, sir. And last but not least, how do you stay updated with industry trends and advancements in both sound engineering and broadcast programs?
Okay. I stay current by, number one, always researching the most current products, be it Shure for microphones, Allen and Heath for your soundboards, JBL or or PreSonus, or Mackie for speakers.
Yep.
And for as far as DJ equipment goes, Pioneer. I use Pioneer for DJ equipment.
Wow.
As far as producing music, I stay current by researching native instruments, primarily native instruments. All my gear is native instruments. They are some of the best on the planet at what they do, and I stand behind them 100%. As far as broadcasting goes, I'm always on LinkedIn. I'm always on Indeed. I am always watching sports.
Right.
Because sports is where I want to be.
All right.
You know, as the great Alan Roach once said, and I quote, "I get paid to announce people's names." And that's one of the greatest jobs on the planet. When he said that, I said, okay, that's where I want to be. That's what I want to do.
I always want to thank you so much for sharing prospective broadcasters who heard what it's like and what you'd have to do to be a broadcaster, and continued success, my brother, for you.
Thank you so much.
Indeed. And as we say, how bad do you want to get into broadcasting?
Yeah, that's it.
Want to thank our sponsors, Harvey Brandman Photography is an Art, Ron Irwin's Lose Life, The Way to Lose Weight, Larry Buford's Book to the Future, Time Travel, Mess in a Capsule, State Farm agent Carla Green, and veteran actor Rob Brownstein's Actor Training Facility and Actors Space. Much thanks to our guest today, actress Ellia English, actress, director, writer Tammi Mack, and sound designer and disc jockey August McAdoo. The Actor's Choice is a presentation of B&B Productions. Rudolph Brewington is the president. Sydney Chandler is our executive producer. Special thanks to our ever-growing audiences. I'm Ron Brewington. Be well. See you next time.
Oh.